Although Vita Health Group provided this exercise class provisional with your health and safety in mind, each individual participant has their own limitations and should consult their general practitioner or an appropriate medical professional prior to undertaking the class. Should you be prone to injury, are currently pregnant, or be managing any functional limiting medical conditions, please seek medical confirmation prior to participating. At all times, ensure you follow all instructions provided by Vita Health Groups throughout the entirety of the recording. Should you experience any symptoms of dizziness, nausea, or increased pain at any point during your participation, please stop and seek the appropriate advice from your general practitioner or the 111 service.
Hi and welcome to our advanced hip exercise class. My name is Ryan. I'll be delivering today's class. So today's class is designed for people who have seen some improvement in their symptoms and have got a little bit of experience of building strength and stability in and around the hip. So this class is an advanced class 1 to really push ourselves right up to failure with some of our exercises and to really make them a little bit difficult to really push ourselves. So in terms of equipment that we will need, I'll put that on the screen for you now. Just have a quick read through that and make sure you've got everything that you will need around you. Once you get everything sorted, we'll move into our warm-up. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to start with a bit of a warm-up now, just get the body ready for the class. So I'm going to start out with a nice gentle march, just very steady on the spot. So looking to drive them knees up, get them arms moving, make sure we're swinging the arms as well. Make sure we're taking nice deep breaths while we're working through the exercise. So kind of the aim of the warm-up here is to raise the heart rate, activate the muscles that we're looking to work, mobilise the joints, and then potentiate, which will make the exercise we're doing a little bit more difficult and progress into the actual class itself. So keep yourself stood nice and upright, nice deep breaths. Keep driving them knees up, don't let them fall down. So as the heart rate begins to pick up, we'll actually increase muscle temperature as well, which improves muscular flexibility. All things that are good to help us perform and to prevent any kind of injury or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to progress this march into a nice steady jog, just keeping it on the spot. Again, don't forget about your breathing. Nice deep breath throughout, nice and light on the toes. If you want to swing the arms a little bit as well. That's it, a little bit longer. Again, just kind of jogging at a comfortable pace, nothing too serious for you. Okay, I'm going to move on to a joint mobilisation for the hips, the lower back and the pelvis. So we're just drawing these nice big circles as far as we can. Keep the hands on the hips to guide. And I'm going to change direction and the exact same thing going the opposite way. Again, nice deep breaths. Really feel that kind of stretch through the muscles as you push in each different direction. Okay, and then just on one leg at a time, just as far as you're comfortable with, just swing that leg in forwards and in front behind you. Focus on one point in front of you, or pop your arms out just to help you balance a little bit. And again, you can progress it just by swinging a little bit further. So you're just looking to feel that stretch in that hip and activate the glutes as well. Also activate through the leg where we're just keeping a little bit of balance. Okay, and then the exact same thing on the other side. Again, pick one spot in front of you, get the arms out, and just swing that leg. If you do need to put your foot back down to gauge your balance, that's fine. Good stuff. Okay, and then we're just going to start to bring it up the body a little bit into the shoulders. And we're just going to draw these nice big circles with the hands. Again, Progress it yourself, kind of as far as you want to go, as far as feels comfortable for you. If that's just a small circle down here, that's fine. If we can we bring them up into a nice big circle, forwards and backwards, and just keep going. Helps to stretch out the chest, the upper back, even work into the neck a little bit as well. Again, a good warm-up kind of focus targets the whole body rather than just certain structures. Good. Make sure we are changing directions. Good stuff. And I'm going to move on to mobilise the actual spine itself. So various different movements for the spine. So I'm going to start with feet nice and close together. Again, nice deep breaths while we work through these. Popping our hands on the front of our thighs and just sliding down as far as we can. When you reach that point, very slowly return to your starting position and repeat. So 5 of these. Again, make sure we are just staying in a comfortable range. So if that's only to your knees and back up, that's perfectly fine. It's just as far as you can go. Okie doke. And once we've done 5, the exact same thing, hands round on the back, just below the glutes. And we're just going to slide down towards the back of the knees. Again, you won't get anywhere near as far as you will going forwards. And again, it's just as comfortable as you can, kind of in terms of distance. So 5. Once you've done your 5, hands round onto the sides, kind of where your pockets should be. Maybe open up your feet a little bit wider for this one. And stand up nice and straight, and you're just going to slide one hand at a time down towards the knee to side flex the spine. And the exact same thing going in the other direction. Good. Again, nice deep breathing as we work through. So to each side is 1 rep, so you do 10 in total. Good, last one. Then you're going to, again, feet still in the kind of position, arms out in front of you, and you're going to rotate to look over one shoulder, and then rotate the other way. Again, each side being 1 rep, 5 of these. So again, 10 in total. Keep counting your head. Make sure you keep the hips facing forwards, so we're just rotating the lower trunk. Okay, then give everything a nice little shake off as we draw towards the end of our warm-up. So we'll move on to the actual class itself now. So here's just a quick reminder of the equipment we'll need for this class. Okay, so our next exercise is a goblet squat, so a bodyweight squat, but with a weight in and across the chest, just progress that a little bit further. So, bring that weight up in the hands and just hold it very comfortably out in front of you, where in the chest position. Open the feet up very, very slightly, just so they're in a nice, comfortable position. And we'll complete 10 reps of these, taking nice deep breaths as we're working through. So slowly lowering down, lower them glutes towards the floor, and drive back up. Okay, remember that nice deep breathing as we work up to our 10 reps. Good stuff, nice and slow, don't rush. Two more, nice and steady. Good. Good stuff, and then just lower that weight down to the floor after we've completed 10. Make sure we take some nice deep breaths. As we go into a 20-second rest break, you let the legs recover. After that, we'll move into our second set of these. Okay, perfect. Moving on to our second set again. So just pick that weight up and place it in and across the chest. Again, the weight doesn't have to be anything too heavy. I've just got a 4 kg here, so anything just for a bit of difficulty to the set. So feet nice and wide apart again. And nice deep breaths as we lower down into these squats. So again, 10 reps, nice and steady, don't rush. Lower them glutes as close to the floor as we can. Keeping that back nice and straight. And one more. Good, and place that weight down on the ground. And give the legs a nice little shake. Again, just take 20 seconds for a breather, let the legs recover, and we'll move into our third and final set. Okay, so moving into our third and final set. So what we're looking to do with this set, we're going to work up until failure. So that's going to be just working until we physically can't go anymore. A really good way of really pushing ourselves to improve muscular strength and endurance. So again, just working through same position, working through them nice, slow, steady 10 squats. A nice deep breathing as we work through these. Good. Keep that pace. Nice deep breathing, don't forget about that as you got to fatigue. Good. So after 10, let's just keep going with them squats. So we're looking to just see how many we can do. Just keep pushing yourself, work until you can't do any more. Maybe kind of take a mental note or a physical note of how many you complete, and then as you complete, if you complete the class again, you can monitor to see if you made any progress with that. Good stuff. So again, once you've got to failure, take 20 seconds, have a breather, get a drink, and move on to our next exercise. Okay, so our next exercise is a glute bridge with a bit of engagement from the adductors as well. Again, another little progression from just a standard glute bridge. So I've got a pillow here, just something to pop between the knees, give it a little bit of cushion. So our start position is going to be down on our back. So let's lower down nice and comfortably. And I'm just going to pop that pillow or that cushion in between the knees. And squeeze the knees together to keep the glutes, keep the knees and the glutes in line. And then palms face down, just going to very, very slowly lift up, squeeze the glutes, and back down. Make sure we're always squeezing the knees together. Keep that pillow between the knees. Nice deep breaths as we slowly work through these. Good. Try not to drop the weight onto the floor between them. Just try and lower the hips down as gently as possible. Counting up to 10 reps in your head. Keep that steady pace. Good, and one more, nice and slow, nice deep breaths. Really squeeze them glutes and lower back down onto the floor. Let the legs drop and just drop the pillow wherever comfortable. And bring yourself up to a nice seated position, just while we take 20 seconds. Plenty of time for recovery, let the leg recover so we can go into our second set. Okay, moving on to our second set. Again, place that pillow in between the knees as we lay down onto the ground. Again, placing palms flat down on the ground. Squeeze them knees together to engage the adductors, and then slowly lift. Squeezing the glutes at the top and slowly lowering down, just touching the floor and working back up. Again, nice deep breathing, really control the movements. Good. Don't rush. Really, really slowly. Just gently touch the back of the glutes on the ground and slowly work back up. And after 10, again, lower down, bring yourself up into a seated position. And just give the legs 20 seconds to recover, grab a drink, get some breath back before we move on to our third and final set. Okay, perfect. Moving on to our third and final set again. Again, place that pillow between the knees and lower down onto our back. Placing the feet nice and flat on the floor. And then very, very slowly lifting up, squeezing the glutes and going back down. Again, working through. This time I'm going to work up until failure, so until you can't do any more. Just keep pushing yourself until your body needs to drop down to the floor. It's a really good way of really, really pushing ourselves to improve strength. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Okay. So that's just 7 for me, but just keep going. Keep pushing yourself, keep working through. Make sure to really keep squeezing them glutes, taking the nice deep breaths. Just keep repeating, really push yourself, dig deep until you just physically can't do any more, and then just lay down. Again, have a nice rest, take 20 seconds, get your breath back, let the legs recover before we move on to our next exercise. So this next exercise is our curtsy squats. So again, looking on one leg at a time to isolate and really strengthen one leg at a time. So putting the knees through quite kind of awkward and uncomfortable and unfamiliar positions, such as the curtsy squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one leg working while the other leg moves through the range of motion. So for example, if it's the left leg doing the stabilizing, it's the right leg moving out and behind as far as we can. Okay, so we do 7 on each side. And then we'll have a little rest break. So really stabilize on this one leg, lifting this other one up off the floor and slowly reaching as far behind us as we can, touching the floor and coming back to start position. Always try and keep this foot off the floor if possible. And just keep repeating. Nice deep breaths, keep us under control, keep us balanced. Good, nice and slow, don't rush these. So the further we reach, the better. The longer we can keep this foot off the floor, the better. Good, once we've done 7, swap over and repeat on the other side. Again, slowly reaching out behind us. Very gentle tap on the floor and bring that foot back into the middle. Good. And if you do need to pop the foot down, you pop it back down to restabilize. just keep working through as far as we can. Focus on one point on the floor, really helps with your balance. Good, one more on this side. Good, and then give the legs a nice little shake out. And just take a nice little breather. Give the legs about 20 seconds to recover before we move into our second set. Okay, we're really moving on to our second set. So again, get that starting position right. So bring the leg we started on back central in with the body and lift this other leg up off the ground. Repeat the same process of just very slowly touching that foot out behind us as slow as we can. So we want to focus on one point on the floor as we work through to help with balance. Taking nice deep breaths to keep us under control. Again, working 7 on each side. Just keep working through. Good, and again after 7, swap over onto the other leg. And really, really slowly pick that point on the floor that you want to focus on to help you balance. And don't forget that nice deep breath as we're working through. Very, very, very gentle tap with the outside of that toe. One more. Good. Give legs a nice little shake. And you take 20 seconds again for a little bit of a breather. One more rest break before we move on to our third and final set. Okay, moving on to our third and final set. Again, our curtsy squat. So, one difference between this and the last set, like we are with these advanced exercises, we are looking to push until failure. So again, 7 on one leg up until we can't do it anymore. So aim for 7 and then any more after that, just really push past that point. Again, repeat on the other side, complete your 7 and then just push yourself to see how many more we can do on top of that. So again, just to walk you through it, start on the same leg we've already started with and very slowly reach out behind us and back in. Get a nice deep breath, pick a point on the floor to focus on. Good. Really good for building balance as well as strength. So it's good to combine the two. Really, really important to have a good amount of balance, stability and strength. They all work towards each other. Again, so keep going after that 7, just to be working on that side. Just going to do as many as you can. Keep going until failure. So again, I'm just going to go through a few on the other side. You keep going on the side that you started with until you can't do any more and move over to the side at that point. Okay, again, just nice deep breaths. Really control, keep your focus on one point. Really helps keeping your balance. Good, again, just keep going on that other side. So complete both sides until failure. Really, really push yourself, dig deep. And just keep pushing until your legs can't do anymore. After that, stop yourself, give your legs a nice little shake off. Have a drink, have a breather. Let the legs recover a little bit before we move on to our next exercise. Okay, so next up we have a stretch for the hip flexors, which are the muscles that run down the front of our thighs and up over the pelvis as well. So we're going to start off on our knees for this stretch. I'm just going to place one foot out in front of the other. So we're looking to stretch this side first. So we're just going to lean forward onto this knee and hold that there. As we get to that end point, we're just going to twist and put a little bit of a rotation through the hips. Just holding that for 20 seconds. Just keep working through. Nice deep breathing. Good. Very, very slowly, don't rush. After 20 seconds, we're going to come back up. And we're going to repeat on the other side. Just get yourself set up. Again, extend that knee out in front of you. If you need to bring this knee backwards, make sure we're all set up right. So you can feel it in this right hip flexor. So down the front of the hip. And again, just lean forward so you can feel that stretch down the front of the hip. Again, just 20 seconds holding this position with a very gentle twist in either way. You can use your hands on the knee to help twist to progress that stretch. Good, really, really slowly. Nice deep breaths as we repeat for 20 seconds. Really slow it down. Good, and bring the knees together. And just take some nice deep breaths, just have a little bit of a break before we move into our second set. Okay, and moving on into our second set, again repeating on the side that we worked first. So, bring that knee up in front, slowly leaning forward. So adjust that back knee so you can feel the stretch down the front of the side. Again, leaning forward onto that side, anchoring using the hands, and twist over each side. Should really feel the stretch progressing as we turn away from that side. Again, 20 seconds, just moving through nice and slowly. Good, so just rotating the top half. After 20 seconds, we're going to repeat on the other side. Slowly lean forward, holding onto the knee as a bit of an anchor point, and slowly twist, looking over each side. So we're not twisting the knee or the hips, it's just the torso that we're twisting. Good, 20 seconds again. Maintain that nice deep breathing. Should also feel a bit of a stretch in the glutes on this side as well. Really good stretch this one. Good. Just holding that for 20 seconds. And after 20, comes back into a kneeling position. Nice and tall. Nice deep breaths. Just take 20 seconds of a bit of recovery time, get a drink if needed, and we'll move into our third and final set. Okay, and moving on to our third and final set. Again, starting on the same side that we started with previously. Bringing that front knee up and out in front. Adjusting that back knee so you can feel that stretch. And then as we lean forward, feel that stretch right down that front side and into the glute on this side. Again, just using that knee to push off, to twist from either side. Really, it's just the upper torso that we're looking to twist. Again, just 20 seconds, that nice deep breathing. Good. After 20 seconds, swap over on to the other side. Again, just adjust this knee position where needed and slowly lean forward. Again, really hold on to that knee and twist to look from side to side. Really important we keep that nice deep breathing, allows us to push further into our stretch. Again, just 20 seconds. Good. Again, 20 seconds in, just bring that knee back down next to one and climb back to your feet. Give legs a nice little shake off. Stand tall, nice deep breaths, and just take 20 seconds for a bit of recovery before we move into our next exercise. Okay, so our next exercise is a weighted split squat. So obviously for this one, you can see I've got a pillow, just make it a little bit more comfortable under the foot, a chair, and then the 2 weights as well. So you don't need anything particularly heavy here. I've just got 4 kg. Obviously just try and gauge your weights around what you're comfortable with. So we're going to sit ourselves down at the edge of the chair, placing the feet out with the legs nice and straight. So wherever the heel is, that's your starting position. So place that heel nice and flat to the floor, keeping that arms down by the side wherever it feels comfortable and placing that back foot up on the chair. So bringing that foot right to the chair so we can really move that ankle. And we're going to lower this back knee down to the ground. So repeating 7 times on each side. Good. Nice and slow, really important we keep nice deep breaths while we're working through these. Really difficult exercise, but a really great one for building strength through the leg and also balance and proprioception in that grounded leg. Good, nice and slow. Really deep breaths. Good, and one more. Good, and swap legs. So we're going to keep heels in line with each other and just place that back foot up on that chair. Again, bring that foot right to the edge of the chair. So as we lower down, the ankle can bend. Good stuff. Really keep lowering that back knee down to the ground and drive back up. Good. Good stuff, 2 more. Keep them slow under control. Good, and after 7, just pop them weights down. Again, give legs a nice little shake out. Give them a rest, take 20 seconds for recovery, get a drink, get your breath back before we move into our second set. Okay, and moving on to our second set. Again, get back in that starting position. Sit on the edge of the chair to find that heel position. Stretch the legs out in front of you. And again, make sure we stay on the same side that we started with originally. Bring that foot up and behind. And again, bring the foot to the edge of the chair and lower that knee down to the ground. Nice deep breathing again. Keep these under control. Get that knee nice and low. Good, again, 7, bring that back foot forwards and place the grounded foot up on that chair. Good stuff. And again, just repeat that process. Open that chest up, nice deep breathing. Lowering down and back up. Really deep breaths. Again, 7 reps on each side. Keep counting in your head. Good, again after 7 reps, just place the weights back down on the chair. Good, again, shake them legs out and just take 20 seconds, get your breath back, get a drink, let the legs recover before we move into our third and final set. Okay, moving on to our third and final set. Again, bringing our glutes down to the edge of that chair, just find that heel position. Make sure we start on the same leg each time. And just bring that back foot up. Again, right to the edge of the chair, get that full range of motion through the ankle, and slowly lowering down. Nice deep breathing again. Take your time with these. And swap legs. Good stuff. Again, try and focus on one point on the floor to help you balance. And slowly lower down and back up. Good stuff. Nice deep breathing, one more. Good. And again, just pop them weights down behind you and walk it out, stretch your legs off. Just take 20 seconds, get a drink, get your breath back, let the legs recover, and I'll move on to our next exercise. Okay, so our next exercise is a leg raise with the hips in an abducted position. So we're going to start this exercise laid down on our back. Just get nice and comfortable on the floor. Okay. Just place our arms flat down on the ground beside us. And we're just going to open our legs up ever so slightly. And then this is our starting position. I'm going to lift our legs up off the floor and slowly back down. Just going to repeat that times 10 and have a short little rest. So doing these really, really slowly, taking nice deep breaths as we work through. Try and engage the core and the trunk as we work through. To really squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes, which should help with the movement. So really lift the legs and slowly lower back down. Again, just keep working through. Good, really slow, don't let the speed be changed, which was slowly lowering down. Again, counting up to 10 reps. Keep the legs nice and straight. Good, one more. And back down. Good. Let the legs drop. Relax the glutes and the abs. Don't engage the core anymore, and you bring yourself up into a nice, comfy seated position. With some nice deep breaths, and just take 20 seconds for a bit of recovery time before we move into our second set. Okay, moving on to our second set. Again, laying down nice and flat on the ground. Palms facing down. Again, have the hips slightly abducted. Place hands in a nice comfortable position. Something like for down our side or across, just wherever you like. And nice and slowly, this time I'm going to work through for 15 reps. You can maintain that nice slow pace with some nice deep breaths. Let's go, engage the core and the trunk and lift up. Just keep working through. Good. Maintain that nice deep breathing, really important. It's really easy to forget while you're working quite hard. 5 more, keep that slow, steady pace. And last one. Good, and bring yourself slowly back into a seated position. Again, just get yourself nice and comfy and take some nice deep breaths. Just take 20 seconds for a little bit of recovery time in between sets. After that, we'll move into our third and final set. Okay, moving on to our third and final set. So the exact same movement as before. This time we're just going to work up until failure. So until we physically can't do any more, we want to reach exhaustion, and that's our finish point. So that might be 15 reps, it might be 10. So just keep working through as many as you can. Obviously, it's an advanced class, we're really looking to push ourselves until failure. So again, for our starting position, lay it down flat on the ground, hands wherever feels comfortable. Open the legs up and just very, very slowly, really deep breaths. So as we're holding contractions, it's really easy to forget them nice deep breaths. So really keep mindful of that, and nice and slowly up as far as we can, keeping the legs nice and straight and back down. Okay. If you want to really progress it, don't let the legs touch the floor and always keep them up off the ground. So you pause there and back up. Okay. Good stuff. So just keep going. If you need to pause the video while you complete until failure, please do. If not, just keep working through. Really try to push yourself. Remember, it's kind of for your own benefit. So really push, dig deep. And once you've completed that, just bring yourself back onto your feet. Give them legs a nice little shake off. Stand tall, some nice deep breath. Really get your breath back, get a drink. And just take 20 seconds before we move on to our next exercise. Okay, so we now have a mountain climber stretch, which one we'll be completing on all fours. So lowering down onto the ground. So a really good stretch for the hip, this one. We're going to start out with palms flat down to the ground and legs extended behind us. So you can adjust your foot position as we get into the stretch. We're going to bring one foot up next to the wrist, so the calf is running parallel to the forearm. So I'll show it on the left hand side for a better view. So we're going to have that right leg extended and bring that left leg as far as we can up there. Should feel a real nice stretch through this hip. Again, just get that foot as close as you can to the hand. Then push up onto that leg, walk the hands forward if needed, and just lean forward to stretch that hip. So nice deep breaths, take 20 seconds holding this position, maintain that nice deep breathing, and we'll swap sides. Again, if you can get that foot a little bit further forward, try that. Really nice deep breathing. After 20 seconds, lower that back knee down and return that hip to the same position. And we're going to stick our legs up and repeat on the other side. Bring that hip all the way forward. Again, nice deep breaths and hold that for 20 seconds. Really good for the glutes and the groin as well. Again, just 20 seconds, and we'll lower that back knee down, and we're going to push up onto our feet, shake the legs out, and just take 20 seconds for a bit of recovery time, get your breath back, get a drink before we move on to our second set. Okay, and again, getting down onto the ground for our second set. Again, remember which side we started with, because we're going to start on that side again. So again, just 20 seconds, that nice deep breathing in the stretch position. So we're going to have our palms face down and bring one leg up, just walk it up to the hand, then extend that back leg to push the stretch. Really nice deep breathing and relax, just lower down into the stretch. So as you've got the inside of the knee touching the arm. Good, and after 20 seconds, we're going to repeat on the other side. Just lower down, bring that knee back. It's a really good stretch, this one, feels really good after. Again, bringing the inside of this right knee to touch the outside of the right arm. Then bring that back leg up and away. Then a nice deep breath as we sit down into the stretch. Hold it for 20 seconds, that nice deep breathing. Good, and again, as we reach 20 seconds, lower that back knee down and walk yourself back into our start position. And again, back to our feet. Give the legs a nice little shake. Some nice deep breaths. And just take 20 seconds to let the legs recover before we move into our third and final set. Okay, moving on to our third and final set. Again, lowering down onto the ground and bringing that same leg up towards the hand and pushing up. Again, really nice deep breath. Sit down into that stretch. Keep that knee off the ground. Really controlled breathing. Good, again, just 20 seconds and lower that back knee down and repeat on the other side. Okay, up, deep breath, lower that down. And after 20 seconds, lower that knee and come back onto our feet. Good stuff. So give your legs a nice little shake, a nice deep breath. That brings us to the end of that stretch. Just take 20 seconds as that brings us to the end of the class as well. Really hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it to be useful and beneficial to you. So just please stay around for a couple of minutes as we move into a cool down. Thank you. Okay, so the same way we prepare the body to warm up for exercise, we have to prepare the body to cool down in the same way. So we just to start off with that, we pop our hands on our hips, nice big circles, working around as far as we can. So looking to lower that heart rate back down to a resting level and keep the fluids transporting around the body to the tissues that we've worked. Nice deep breathing throughout. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good, and then change direction, the exact same thing. Try and use your hands just to guide your hips a little bit further. Really progress that stretch if you want to. Good stuff. Keep working. Twice more round, and I'll move on to our next stretch. Okay, so starting off, hands on front of the legs. We're just going to reach down to touch our toes, nice and slowly, and coming back up. Ensure we're going down as slowly as we're coming back up. Again, maintain deep breathing as we're working down to the toes and back up to our start position. Keep them knees nice and straight. Don't let the knees bend as we work down. Okay. And then bring the hands up and behind the head. Again, nice deep breathing while working through all of these movements. So really open that chest up, nice deep breaths, and we're just going to work. Bring the hips out and the shoulders over to the other side. And the other way. And rotate to look each way. Again, just hold it at the end of the stretch. And work around the opposite side. And forwards. Again, keeping them knees nice and straight. Keep the back in line. And back up. Nice deep breaths as we're working down. Nice deep breaths in as we come back up. And the same thing, leaning backwards. Okay. Then just moving on to a very steady, just walking on the spot. Again, looking to keep those structures working. Looking to engage that skeletal muscle pump. So every time your muscle contracts, it pumps that blood flow back around the body. Similar to where the heart does, but you know, rather up near the heart, right down near the structures that we've worked. So again, just nice and slow. Keep your breathing nice and deep. Very gentle. I'm just going to move it around the mat, just side to side. Again, just engages different muscle groups ever so slightly. Okay, then just to finish off our cool down, some really nice deep breathing. Again, the nice deep breath really helps to lower that heart rate back to its resting level. So hands on hips or behind your back, wherever feels comfortable. Really get that chest out. Nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just keep repeating that. And that'll bring us to the end of our cool down. Thank you very much.